really busy with real estate lately. So people, as much as the media says things are dead, they are not dead. They are still moving. Interest rates have kind of slowed things down a little bit, but if you're renting, it's always smarter to buy than rent. So they're not dead. People are still buying houses. We'll get to that a little later. If you have real estate needs, just give us a call at the office, 615-895-9710. So my big question of the day coming in was not the question of the day I post on Facebook. We'll get to that later. We're going to start doing one of those a week. The one that's the most popular on my personal Facebook page, we're going to start asking what that is on the BS show. But the question I have is, a couple weeks ago, there were bear sightings all over Middle Tennessee, Nashville, Smyrna, Murfreesboro, going towards Christiana. There were bears everywhere. I think about 10 days ago or so, there was a big bear spotted in Manchester. That was not the same bear that was going through Murfreesboro and Nashville and Smyrna. Where did the bears go? They just disappeared. It's like, oh, the bear was right there. Then the bear's over here. The bear's over here. The bears were being spotted all over town and between Nashville and Murfreesboro, and then all of a sudden, the bears were gone. Did somebody hunt the bear? Did the bear just end up on somebody's farm and now they don't see it anymore? This bear was being spotted all over everywhere, and now it just disappeared. Where'd the bears go? So I guess that's the number one question I've got today is, have y'all seen the bears? Have you spotted the bears? Did you bring the bear into your house? Is it now like a teddy bear you sleep with at night? Is it a friend? We got lots of bear things going on this episode. Even the news story you can't believe today is a bear story. So there are lots of things with bears going on, and where did these bears go? It was everywhere for a little while that there were bears, and now all of a sudden there's no bears. The bears are gone. What happened to the bears? So that's the first question. Last week I saw the Indiana Jones 5 movie. If you look at reviews, the reviews are getting tanked. I mean, just that this movie's terrible, that there's this yada yada, but yet I thought it was probably the best movie since Maverick. I'm not saying it's as good as Maverick. I'm saying it's probably the best movie that's come out since Maverick. And I go to the movies pretty frequently, if not once a week, once every 2 weeks. I see pretty much everything that comes out in the theaters that looks worthwhile. And this is the best movie that's come out since Maverick. And it's getting absolutely destroyed. It makes no sense. Every single person I've talked to, or every single person that I personally know that has seen this movie, whether I personally know them one-on-one or I know them via the internet, every single person I talk to talks about how great the movie is and how good it is, and nobody can understand why it's tanking. This movie's really good. It is in the top 3 of the best Indiana Jones movies. Look, the 4th one's terrible. Everybody acknowledges it. 4th one's bad. This new Indiana Jones movie is great. It is the best modern movie since Maverick. Again, I'm not saying it's as good as Maverick. I'm saying it's the best one since Maverick. So, if you've seen it, write in the comments. Tell us what you thought of Indiana Jones. I think it's called The Dial of Destiny. Wonderful movie. I strongly suggest it. And I'll give a shout out right here. If you're in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, or the surrounding areas, go watch it at Premier 6 Movie Theater in Jackson Heights Plaza. That's a locally owned movie theater. The money comes back into the community. It's not going to China and AMC and all that. The Premier 6, the money stays here. The guy that owns it is locally owned. And on top of that, they got the best popcorn anyway. So why eat that cardboard tasting popcorn that AMC has when you can go to Premier 6 and actually taste some really good popcorn that's got good flavor? So just my shout out for Premier 6. Go see the movies there. It's wonderful. First listing that I've got today is 803 Hillview. I've been hitting this one the past couple episodes. It's a STR, short-term rental in Nashville, Tennessee. Those are kind of hard to find. Nashville has made it really difficult to identify what's allowed to be a short-term rental and what's not. This is an acting short-term rental now. So that means you can Airbnb it. You can VRBO it. It's really convenient to all the places downtown. Really convenient to Zanies as well. So it's a really convenient, it's a hotel unit, which means it was a condominium or a hotel complex that was converted into hotels. Really, you just walk down to the swimming pool. It's got a nice little Uber ride or long walk to Broadway. Really good location. It is income producing, and it's priced right. $394.9 downtown Nashville. So give us a call and we'll tell you all about that unit. It comes fully furnished. I mean, it is a turnkey short-term rental, Airbnb, VRBO, whatever you want to call it. and it is already got a permit. So it is not one of these that, hey, we're not going to be able to get a permit for it, or you're not going to be able to use it as an STR going forward. It is an acting STR right now. It has been an acting STR for a while. I want to appreciate the people tuning in and watching. We got several on several different channels. I see 4 people watching on my personal channel right now. If you make some comments, let us know who you are. Who is watching us currently? The most popular question, every day I ask a little question on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, not the Century 21 page. Every day I ask just a question. They're random. And every day is a new topic. They're hardly ever real estate related. They're just to spread goodwill. Hello, how are you, Michelle? They're there to spread goodwill. There's a lot of negativity on social media. There's a lot of people that just want to argue about stuff. And my questions are just to no matter how you believe, you can answer the questions and everybody has fun. There's always great answers. But this week's question that was the most popular in the last 7 days, what amusement park did you go to when you were a child? And we had all kinds of answers. I mean, everything you can possibly think of, we had an answer for. Personally, mine was Opryland. I went to Opryland a lot. We had season passes my whole entire childhood, so that's something I just remember all the time. And that's where we went, was Opryland. I mean, that's got to still be the dumbest business decision in Nashville area history, is taking Opryland down and putting a mall there. It's got to be the worst business decision ever. Even during a recession, people will go to a amusement park. They're not going to a mall when there's a recession. They're going to go to get entertained, and that was a good amusement park. I recently, in the past couple of years, I went to Disneyland in California. I actually went twice, and that was actually the amusement park that reminded me the most of Opryland. I don't know if Opryland was based off of Disneyland as far as just kind of like feel. Disneyland felt a lot more like a city type of amusement park, not where Disney World is just an experience, and it's huge and it's big and it's got so much stuff going on. Disneyland is not like that. Disneyland to me felt a lot like more like Opryland, and I may be totally off base, and it may just be me being reminiscent of Opryland. So that may be me, but Disneyland, it to me is a lot better than Disney World. But I'm an Opryland person. We went to Dollywood some. We went to Kentucky Kingdom. We went to Six Flags Over Georgia when I was little. So I've went to a lot. My family, my wife and kids, we've gone to the Disneys, Disneyland, Disney World, quite a few. We've been to Universal. We've been to multiple Six Flags. So I've got a good experience with amusement parks. But as a kid, we were Opryland. If you're watching, tell us. I got Michelle Snell. She says Opryland was her pick as well. So just tune in. Tell us what amusement park did you go to as a kid? So second listing, this is from Grant Lever in my office. This one's down in McMinnville, just right down the road. You talk about affordable housing. I hear there's no affordable houses left in Middle Tennessee. This house is about 1,600 foot, 1,580 square foot. It is $234,900, and it is fully remodeled. 3-bedroom, 1 bath. I mean, if this house is in Murfreesboro, it's probably a $350,000 house probably. So you save $125,000, $115,000 just driving down the road a little bit. You're not talking about you're talking about saving a lot of money per month. It's USDA financing eligible, so you can get in cheap. So no money down, cheap payment. It's really worth the drive to go down to McMinnville. Check this house out at 203 Bermuda Drive, $234,900 for a 3-bedroom, 1 bath, nearly 1,600 foot house. I am right on point, Michelle says. I do not know what she's saying I'm on point of, but thank you, Michelle. I agree. I'm on point. Bermuda Drive, well worth the drive down to McMinnville. Give Grant Lever a call about that listing. It's a great listing, fully remodeled. It looks great. So go check it out. All right, recruiting wise, Brad's usually doing my pitch because it's hard for me to do a pitch to tell me Opryland and Disney. Absolutely. Opryland and Disneyland, very, very, I mean, it's just such a feel. Disney World, like I said, it's big. The one in Florida, it does not feel like Opryland. It feels like an experience. that's the one thing about Disney. Going back to that discussion, thanks Michelle for bringing that up. Disney World is not like an amusement park. It is like an experience. All the characters, all that's going on there, all the fireworks and this and that and the different lands. Disney World has a totally different feeling from every other amusement park. You go to Universal. Universal's a great amusement park. You go ride a lot of good rides at Universal, but it's just an amusement park, just like anything else. Disney World is like an experience. Opryland was like an experience. Disneyland is like an experience. It's not just you're going to ride rides and maybe a couple shows. So if you're a realtor or you've been wanting somebody to get into real estate, we've got a great award-winning training program here. It's one-on-one and small group taught. We have a whole online database of education as well. So if you're not one that wants to sit in a room listening to people talk, you can go online, study online. Great education. It's award-winning education. Great coaching program. And we teach you how to actually make money in real estate, not have to worry about what's coming through the internet. How do you make money through people you already know, like, and trust, and they already know, like, and trust you? If you're interested in getting more information on how to become a real estate agent, contact me at the office, 615-895-9710. All right, so we got the news story you can't believe. Hey, comment, let us know where you are. I see lots of people watching, but I've only got one person commenting. Look, news story you can't believe. This is my favorite part of this show. It has been since we first started doing this a couple years ago. I think we're on like 140, 150 episodes. That's my homework for next week. I'm going to figure out how many episodes we are in. It's in the 140s, I'm pretty sure. But every episode, we've always ended with the news story you can't believe. And this is reported by the AP. It's from Porter, Maine. Maine woman punches bear that chased her dog and ends up with stitches. That's the headline. Here's the story. A Maine woman was bitten by a bear in her backyard while defending her pet dog, necessitating a trip to the hospital for stitches, officials said Friday. Lynn Kelly, 64, was tending to her garden in Porter when her dog took off into the woods barking at something on Friday. In short order, the dog was racing back to the yard with a black bear in hot pursuit, said Mark Laddie, spokesman for the Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife. Kelly stood and made herself appear large, which is recommended in black bear encounters. But instead of slowly retreating, like she should have done, she proceeded to confront the bear, which is not recommended, Laddie said. The bear briefly latched onto Kelly's wrist after she punched the animal in the nose, and she received stitches for the wound at Memorial Hospital in North Conway, New Hampshire, he said. It is rare for someone to be bitten by a bear in Maine, even though the state has one of the largest black bear populations on the eastern seaboard. Lottie said encounters with bears can be reduced by removing or securing bird feeders, garbage, pet food, and other things to attract the bear. So basically, she was doing a bunch of stuff that attracted that bear in. That's what I'm wondering, if that's what happened to the Murfreesboro National Bear. Did somebody just kind of attract it in, and now it's their pet? So maybe that's the same thing that's happened there. But a lady decided to stand up for her dog and decided to go square up with a bear. It's not the brightest move. Not the brightest move. Don't square up and fist fight a bear. There are enough videos on YouTube of people fighting bears to know that that's not what to do. Slowly retreat, get your dog back inside, let the bear just leave and be happy. And maybe you leave a picnic basket out with him, and maybe Boo Boo Bear show up and help get rid of the picnic basket. What is the guys? What was the park ranger's not going to like that, Yogi? I mean, come on. All right, that's it for the BS show this week. I'm Sean Wright. That is not Brad Fowler. We're with Century 21 Wright Realty. Brad will have a new listing to put on this show for next week. And we're Century 21